Stay here. I won't be long.
Okay.
Ada!
God, that must have hurt. Oh my God, really? Sadler, I already know you're crazy. There's no need for you to re-emphasize this. Jesus. Besides, you're killing your own flock, you hypocrite. God, he's a massive idiot, isn't he? You know what, Sadler? Go ahead. I'm living for this. I am living for the fact that you are literally eliminating my one biggest annoyance at the moment, and that is, quote unquote, your flock. Just thank you. Thank you so freaking much. Thank you. time you can run faster! Okay, okay. Extra space that I can use. I can totally for it. Oh wow, he speaks Spanish. What? Oh! I was like, that can't be easy! Oh.
I'm getting sick of your shit.
What BSery is this?
Monster in and out. Still, I need to cut this date short. It's not you. It's you.
Hasta luego.
I'll give you a holy body.
Oh my god. Oh my god. My goodness.
Ada, what the hell are you doing?
Nothing personal, Leon. Luis and I had an arrangement. Don't worry, I'll take good care of it. Ride's here. You coming?
I think we both know this is where we go our separate ways.
I see. next time, Leon.
That was so lackluster.
Where's she going?
Who knows?
I don't understand. Why would she just...
We gotta move. Island's gonna blow.
It's gonna what?
Yeah.
Dang, we don't even get to take the scepter with us? I would have taken that as a souvenir alone, my goodness.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Just in case, because I'm fairly certain that there is there a trophy for this? Getting out of here without taking any damage. Escape on the water scooter without taking any damage. I think that's it. Here, let's see. Let's see. Though I don't know if that's actually in reference to the lake or over here, but just in case, I'm gonna do it. Hopefully this shows up.
Now we can go home.
We're not out of here yet.
You guys really need to run faster.
Thanks.
Oi!
They're not attacking. What's going on?
They're nothing now their master's gone. It's over for them.
Bro, this is so reminiscent of the escape sequence in Resident Evil 2 Remake. This is crazy.
All right. Not bad, Ada. You like thrill rides? You're gonna love this.
Oh god, please let me get this on the first try. That would be amazing. Ah, frick. Okay, never mind. That's, yeah, though. I guess I could take damage that way. Seriously, what is staff? I would have absolutely taken that with me. Just sell it off to, like, the highest bidder or something. I don't know.
You like thrill rides?
Please tell me that didn't count. Oh my god, are you serious? That counted? Oh, for frick's sake. Okay, no. No. Just no. Alright, let's do this.
You like thrill rides?
Oh god, I'll just... Oh, okay, I need to go slow, I need to go slow. Ah! Dagnabbit, no! Fucking heck, I'm so close. Ay, 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 oh my god, the trial and error. The trial and error. Goodness gracious. I have no idea why I did that.
You like thrill rides? You're gonna love this.
Is it actually taking damage though? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb, okay? I'm going out on a limb, please. Oh god. Oh, 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 oh. Oh god. Oh, please, 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 please. There's more? How extensive is this? Oh! Wait! Oh, oh, don't count, don't count. Please do not count. No, 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 no. Oh, oh god, okay. Ah! Oh, the end is inside, the end is inside! Yes, we've escaped!
You alright?
I'm not sure that was insane. Mission accomplished, right?
Mission accomplished. When you're home safe.
Thank you for saving me.
Don't mention it.
You know, I could put in a word with my dad. Have you assigned to my detail, if you're interested.
You don't need me. You proved you could handle yourself. Even if you could use a lesson in knife safety. Come on. Let's go home.
Condor 1? Bruce to Condor 1, do you read me? Come in! I said come in! Is this thing even on? Leon! Leon, are you and Ashley alright? Where are you? Come on!
I was genuinely thinking whether or not that like he was just like he was just like trolling her or something by not saying anything.
Patch me through. I've obtained the amber.
Excellent.
Just one question. What are you planning to do with this?
I do not pay you to ask questions. All you need to know is a new dawn is breaking. 100 will give their lives so that just one may live. I am expediting that change.
So, we're talking millions of casualties.
Billions.
How ambitious. We're changing course, now.
Oh my god.
I remember those lost in the dark, the bullet or the blade that kept us
Great.
apart. But I've
Okay,
been moving on, can't be still for long.
okay, this is, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to skip this cutscene because I honestly don't know if whether...
Can't hold on so tight.
I'm sorry, I had to do this.
Good work.
A B. I got a B for my first try. Interesting. Pinstripe. Sunglasses, foam mask, flight cap. Great. When loading main story save data from a completed playthrough, you can carry over the data and start a new game. You'll be able to purchase new weapons from the merchant, but you cannot achieve an S+ rank. How convenient, considering I need to get S+ ranks for pretty much every trophy from here on out. Like, for example, mission accomplished. Complete the main story on standard mode with an S+ rank, or, you know, with hardcore mode. They don't say anything about professional mode, so thank God, I'm safe there. But even so, this sucks. It's like, bro, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I mean, for goodness sake, I went through all that work, but whatever, fine. If that means I cannot achieve an S+ rank and a New Game Plus, then all that means is I can be able to go through a new playthrough while doing a cleanup for pretty much any other trophy that can be gotten without having to go through, like, you know, a speedrun and such. So a whole bunch of other, like, trophies, such as, like, you know, maybe, I guess maybe I can do, like, you know, Frugalist or something, or maybe complete the story in 8 hours, considering I already have all of the necessary upgrades and such. There's a bunch of other, like, stuff that I could potentially be able to do. I mean, if I wanted to, I could also try to go for, like, all of the treasures that are indicated, like, on the village or even the castle, because the village I missed 1, the castle I missed, like, 2, I believe. 2 treasures. I can go back and get the Clockwork Castellans, pretty much get all of the other miscellaneous trophies out of the way, so that then I could just have to focus, or I can just focus on doing speedruns for everything else. But here, now that I actually have the time to go through and just give my overall thoughts on this, I think, I think that this last cutscene with Ada and Wesker, I have a whole bunch of thoughts that are kind of going through my head at the moment. And unfortunately, I know that I can't be able to like have a discussion with you guys just because, the whole stream like literally lagged out at the last freaking minute. And I can't be able to like show off the boss fight, which honestly was pretty insane all in all. But I guess just to give like my overall thoughts from like, one thing to another, let's start with Osmond Sadler's boss fight. I think the upgraded design on Sadler in his monster form was awesome. I like that they still kept it in the same spirit as what he was before, not like what they did with Ramon Salazar. And I like that they still kept the freaking weak points, though I want to say that they were kind of like harder to get this time around. The ability to summon the Novistadors for the fight, I think was one way to kind of spice the fight up a little bit more, though I did find it really hilarious how I can really just like go through that entire fight without ever having to like actually deal with them because he just kills them by himself by trampling through them. Oh my God, like I literally just found one way that I could potentially make it easier for me in like, future playthroughs and such. So that was pretty awesome. I also want to say that, goodness gracious, that just that last edition, that last portion where he transforms into like this like absolute monstrous tentacle beast or something. I think on one hand, it's like, is this really necessary? But on the other, I guess it's one way to emphasize just how massive this guy can really get because he's the leader of the Los Iluminados. He is the one that can control everything. I guess that was one way to really hammer that point home. But I do like how, at the very least, this was one way of being able to make the whole usage of the special rocket launcher like feel a little bit more impactful. I did think that that was like, pretty cool. And that last, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there were several points where I honestly thought, okay, Leon is straight up like a freaking superhero or something because how the frick is he able to jump from point A to point B like like a super leap or something, and then onto where Sadler was. Like there were moments where he clearly displays some kind of like superhuman like strength or something. It was insane. Which honestly I would only believe if he had some kind of maybe enhancement from like viruses or something. But our boy, our man here, honestly, he's upgraded from boy to man in this game easily. So I actually think that, I think, oh man, this, just thinking about that is so funny. But man, like, I think that him having said that line that I'll give you a new holy body or something like that, I thought that that was pretty cool. Like killing Sadler with his own weapon. That was that was awesome. I genuinely loved that. That was really really cool. I still think that the final interaction between Ada and Leon was a lot more. It felt a little lackluster this time around. I mean, yes, you could make the argument that like they have like more lines to say to each other, and there's like brief moments of just kind of sort of like regret because I mean, this is where it's just like, Leon said, the freaking title card for, or the title for the DLC, like this is where they have to go their separate ways. She is a spy, he is a government agent. There's like, even if she's like, offering a ride and such, like they know that wherever their destinations go, they just have to go each their own way. It just kind of sucks that, Leon in this timeline now is the hardened one. He is the one that makes that call, that takes that initiative to just accept the fact that he and Ada will never truly see eye to eye. Because even then, you can see that Ada has a moment where she regrets the fact that, they're on different spectrums. Like they're literally on opposite ends of the spectrum. One is clearly fighting for, he's clearly still has his ideals that he's doing, like, the right thing by fighting against bioweaponry, like that sort of like overall attitude, where the other one is perpetuating it even further by getting the one object that, the organization she's working for can create more conflict from it. Like, and this is something that I think Capcom and honestly the fans alike have been wondering for ages, because at this point, this game, canonically speaking, takes place in the year 2004. The last time that we see Ada Wong, like actually see Ada Wong in a game, is in Resident Evil 6, and that takes place in either June of 2012, depending on which character you play as first, or I want to say July of 2013. So basically, like within like a, was it July of 2013? I can't remember, but it's definitely within like a 6 month span. No, wait, hold on. June of 2013, December of 2012. I'm getting my facts all mixed up because it has been a while since I played Resident Evil 6. But canonically speaking, the last time that we see Ada Wong is sometime within the middle of 2013. And throughout all that time, people have genuinely been wondering whether or not Ada is truly that stone cold that she does not care what happens to the world by acquiring all of these different parasites, all of these different viruses for the organizations that she works for. Like even in the CGI movies, like Resident Evil Damnation, I think is the last time that we saw her in one of the movies. I haven't seen Death Island, don't ask me about it, but yeah, in Damnation specifically, she does the same thing like she always does. She just, finds uh, another virus, another parasite to give to an organization, and that's pretty much it. Like people have wondered whether or not Ada actually has some kind of a conscience. Is she actually aware that even though she's getting paid to do all of this stuff, does she care whether or not the fate of the world is at stake every single time she accomplishes her objective? And not to mention the fact that in the original timeline, because I'm not going based off of the remake timeline, original timeline wise, for Ada's character, it's been basically said that she works for a third party organization that is different from Umbrella, that is different from Wesker, but after all of these games, we really have no idea like who she works for. We have no clue whether or not she really feels any kind of remorse for the things that go on based off of her own actions. However, to a degree, that does somewhat change a little bit because of what happens in Resident Evil 6. Because, of what transpires there, what happened in order to create her doppelganger and such. That's probably like another discussion that can be saved for another time, just because I'm not too sure if like anybody wants to go ahead and play through those games. But again, like she developed a conscience just because she found out the cost, the number of lives that went into creating this perfect clone of hers. And the number of it is so staggeringly high. It's scary. It's genuinely scary. But I think that that's something that would be better be left said for when like I upload my Resident Evil 6 playthroughs and such. Because I go into like a huge discussion about that, but it all ties back to the fact that what like fans have been asking whether or not Ada has developed a conscience at all, whether or not she feels remorseful, whether or not she feels nothing for the conflicts that she's been perpetuating by getting all of these vital artifacts for whatever organization she works for. So here, the fact that now that Capcom has pretty much blatantly, not stated, but blatantly shown that, yeah, she's growing a conscience. Because for whatever reason, now that, she knows now that she knows what Wesker plans on doing with this Amber, now, pointing a gun over at the helicopter pilot, changing course, that the only implication that I can really reasonably get from that is that she does not agree with what he's doing, and so she might either want to dispose of this or, and this is just a theory because again, we have no real confirmation for what organization she's working for at the moment besides Wesker. It could maybe segue into a potential revealing for that third organization that, um, yeah, for whatever other organization she was working for behind the scenes, like as was, stated in the original remake, or not original remake, the original game. So, yeah, that's I want to say it is something of a retcon because this definitely is starting to go against Ada's character pretty early on, to be honest, because after this, the next major game she appears in is Resident Evil 6. So for her to develop or potentially develop having like a conscience for the fact that now if she delivers the Amber over to Wesker, he's basically stated, "Hey, I'm going to be using this and many people are going to die." And honestly, now that I'm like moving away from that whole discussion of Ada having developed a conscience, cuz oh boy. Moving away from that whole point and focusing on the one aspect of that, one of the final cutscenes is the fact that Wesker, when does he ever give away details of his plans? Not once has he ever stated what his intentions are with the things that he with his own personal plans and such. If Ada is just a merc to him, why would he go ahead and reveal details of what he plans on doing with the Amber? I feel like that was just some incredibly sloppiness on Wesker's part. And Wesker's not sloppy, not for a second. I don't think that that was a very smart move on his part for him to have revealed so early on what his plans are with this Amber. I don't think that that actually makes a whole lot of sense for his character. For him to like just basically go out and, say, uh, or rather for Ada to ask, "What do you plan on doing with this Amber?" And he basically says, "That's none of your concern. That's not what I'm paying you for." And she, in a smart move, admittedly, on her part, she tries to probe him a little bit more into like giving more details and such. And through that, by getting him talking even more, she's able to decipher that, okay, clearly the man is going to do something so bad. He's going to kill billions of people on this planet if I give him this Amber. So I'm going to change direction. Well, I think Wesker made one hell of a huge mistake because obviously in the original timeline, having gotten his hands on Las Plagas or a sample of La Plaga, that's where he was able to enhance his own version of the parasite, his own version of the virus to come up with Uroboros in Resident Evil 5. He got samples from all of these different viruses from every single one of the games and combined it into making a substance that will determine pretty much the fate of every single person on this planet. to become his own version of a godlike figure, if you will. So again, I don't think I agree with this whole new take on Wesker revealing his plans like that almost too easily. If that's really how Capcom wants to like rewrite things moving forward, I can't help but feel afraid for the direction that they're going to be taking Resident Evil 5 and 6. And it's worrisome. I'm not gonna lie, it's worrisome. I Man, I don't know. This feels pretty weird. But then again, this is technically just my at first like my initial impressions on what I just witnessed for um yeah, pretty much on what I just witnessed for this final cutscene. I had read a bunch of articles that basically talked about, oh, Resident Evil 5 is pretty much, or Resident Evil 5 Remake is pretty much confirmed by this ending cutscene. And I'm not sure whether or not they mean this ending cutscene or if they mean the one for Separate Ways. But either way, Ada taking control and redirecting the pilot to ensuring that the Amber does not get into Wesker's hands has complete and utter drastic implications for what Resident Evil 5 could possibly be about. What changes in events are going to happen? That one action is going to have significant ripple effects for the entirety of the series moving forward. Especially for 5 and 6. Because my biggest fear is that they're going to completely change everything. The entire story, all of the characters with Resident Evil 6. Just because of the fact that for some reason this game, Resident Evil 6, is so quote unquote hated amongst the community. I'm one of the few people that will fervently defend it just because it actually is a fun game. But yeah, Ada, from having done that alone, has, if you think about it, pretty much completely altered the course of Resident Evil history. Again, I haven't played through Separate Ways, and I do plan on getting that DLC just because, you know, it's actually a pretty good price. And yeah, it just recently came out too, sure, but I mean, I'm curious. I genuinely want to know what new stuff we're going to be getting from the perspective of Ada in the Separate Ways DLC, because I can only hope that we're going to have like more opportunity to have like interactions between her and Wesker, just so that we can see like the new details for the direction of the series moving forward. But main story wise, this is all that I can truly infer, and it's fascinating in its own right. Fascinating, worrisome, intriguing, but yeah, I'm now seeing that they really are going to try to go all out with rewriting the whole timeline. So that's something.